Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, our discussion is all about the two phases of the 1872 Cavite Mutiny. So, let's proceed to the first slide. The 12th of June of every year since 1898 is a very important event for all the Filipinos. In this particular day, the inter-Filipino nation as well as Filipino communities all over the world gathers to celebrate the Philippines Independence Day. So, we all know that June 12, 1898 is the Filipinos celebrate Independence Day. So, a very special day that marks the time when Philippines become free from Spanish rule in 1898. So, 1898 came to be a very significant year for all of us. It is equally important as 1896, when the Philippine Revolution broke out. The Filipino desire to be free from the abuses of the Spanish colonial regime. So, again, in 1898, it is the independence was declared, and it is equally important as 1896. So, 1896, which was the year the Philippine Revolution started, when Filipinos began fighting for their freedom from Spain. So, next is the 1872. So, 1872, it is the beginning of Filipino awakening and desire for freedom. So, 1872, two major events happened in 1872. First was the 1872 Cavite Mutiny, and the other was the martyrdom of the three martyr priests in the persons of Father Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, or the Gomborza. So, what is mutiny? So, a mutiny, a forcible or passive resistance to lawful authority, and then to revolt against discipline or superior officer, to rise against or refuse to obey or observe the authority. So, when we say mutiny, it is when a group of people refuse to obey orders. So, for example is the soldiers disobey their commanders and refuse to fight. So, when we say mutiny, it is to rise against or refuse to obey or observe authority.
The two phases of the Cavite Mutiny. In Spanish version, an attempt of the Indios to overthrow the Spanish government in the Philippines. So, according to the Spanish or Spaniards, especially historian Jose Montero y Vidal, the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 was a planned uprising by the Filipino soldiers and workers who wanted to overthrow the Spanish government in the Philippines. The Spaniards viewed it as a reason to punish and execute this, and they thought were involved including Gomborza. So in Filipino version, it was a simple mutiny by the native Filipino soldiers and laborers of the Cavite arsenal who turned out to be dissatisfied with the abolition of their privileges. So, a minor mutiny caused by loss of privileges misinterpreted by the Spaniards.
Okay, let's talk about the two phases of 1872 Cavite Mutiny. First, why is it the two phases? Or why is it entitled the two phases of 1872 Cavite Mutiny? It is because of the two perspective or the two version. The first version is the Spanish, and the second one is the Filipino version or the Filipino perspective. First, we're going to tackle the Spanish version. The one who wrote the Spanish version was Jose Montero y Vidal. He was a Spanish historian, and at his time, he was also a government official in the Manila. And his account was found in his book entitled Historia General de Filipinas. In his account, he portrayed that the mutiny, it is a large-scale conspiracy by the native clergy and the Filipinos who wants to overthrow the Spanish rule or the Spanish government here in Philippines. And he come up this account because of he aligned this to the official report of the governor, which is the new governor during that time, Governor General Rafael Izquierdo. That according to Izquierdo, that the secularization of the priest, because during that time there is a secular movement led by the Gomborza, or the three native priests, namely Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora. The word secularization, it is a call or to asking the Spanish government to transfer the management of parishes from Spanish friars to the Filipino native secular, or the Filipino native or native priest, because during their time native priests have no authority to run a church, to run a parish. Only they are a servant and only a worker in church. They are just they don't have an equality towards the leadership, and that's why they made the secular movement to call for equality and reform.
The Spanish account of 1872, the events of 1872, was planned earlier and was thought of it as a big conspiracy among educated leaders, mestizos, abogadillos, or native lawyers resident of Manila and Cavite, and the native clergy. They insinuated that the conspirators of Manila and Cavite planned to liquidate high-ranking Spanish officers, to be followed by the massacre of the friars. The alleged preconcerted signal among the conspirators of Manila and Cavite was the firing of rockets from the walls of Intramuros. So, the Manila and Cavite, they collaborate, or nagtinabangay sila against the Spaniards. So, ang gatong mga educated peoples, educated leaders, mestizos, abogados, or katong mga native lawyers nga nagpuyo dito sa Manila and Cavite, they plan to liquidate high-ranking Spanish officers, and followed by the massacred friars. So, ang ilang sign nga gikuan dito against the Spanish is ang pagpabuto og kwitis from the walls of Intramuros. So, in January 20, 1872, the district of Sampaloc celebrated the Feast of the Virgin of Loreto.
Unfortunately, participants of the feast celebrated the occasion with the visual fireworks displays. Allegedly, those in Cavite mistook the fireworks as the sign of the attack, and just like what was agreed upon, the 200 men contingent headed by Sergeant Lamadrid launched an attack targeting Spanish officers at sites and seized the arsenal. So, 200 men was led by the Sergeant Lamadrid, attacked Spanish officers at sites and seized the arsenal. Upon hearing the news, Governor Izquierdo readily ordered the reinforcement of the Spanish forces in Cavite to quell the revolt. So, in January 20, 1872, they celebrate the Feast of the Virgin of Loreto. And then, the participants or the visitors nga ning present dito is nagyo sila og fireworks display. So, katong mga tao nga naa sa Cavite or taga Cavite nga naa nga celebration is pagbuto sa fireworks, nagtuo sila nga katong nga pagbuto is sign to attack against the Spanish. So, mao to nga together with the 200 men contingent headed by Sergeant Lamadrid. So, si Sergeant Lamadrid was a mestizo sergeant who was a leader of the 1872 Cavite Mutiny rebellion against the Spanish rule in the Philippines. February 17, 1872, the attack resulted in the death of key instigators including Sergeant Lamadrid. The Gomborza were prosecuted in the court-martial of given a death sentence by struggling.
The Gomborza were put to death in an effort by the Spanish government and the Philocracia to terrorize the Filipino people into never engaging in such a risky deed once more. So it means the Spanish government and the powerful priest called Philocracia killed the Gomborza priest to scare Filipinos so that they would never try to fight against them or justice again. Gomborza refers to three Filipino priests, Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora. Dr. Trinidad Hermigildo Pardo de Tavira, a Filipino scholar and researcher, wrote the Filipino version of the bloody incident in Cavite. In his point of view, in the incident was a more unity by the native Filipino soldiers and laborers of the Cavite Arsenal, who turned out to be justified with the abolition of their privilege. So, Dr. Trinidad Pardo de Tavira, a Filipino scholar and researcher, wrote a Filipino version of the incident, believed that the Cavite incident known as the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 was not a big revolution or a fight for independence. Instead, he thought it was just a small rebellion started by Filipino soldiers and workers at the Cavite Arsenal who were unhappy because the Spanish government took away their special privilege. Okay. February 17, 1872, while members of the local clergy led by Gomborza were convicted and put to death by Garo, educated men who participated in the insurrection were found guilty and given life sentence. So February 17, 1872 was the three priests executed by the Spaniards. So again, February 17, 1872, Gomborza were executed using garrote. So when we say garrote, it is metal. So muna siya gigamit sa mga Spanish nga gamito nila sa pagpatay sa tulo ka priest. So kuha na siya wire, and then kuha nila diri sa ilahang liog. Mao na siya ang way nga giunsa nila pagpatay ang tulo ka priest. And then last in my part, so the death of Gomborza father was a scene supportedly witnessed by young Jose Rizal. Although terrible, this event was one of the driving forces behind Filipino nationalism and eventually to the outbreak of the Philippine Revolution 1896. So, Gumborza was killed not because they led our rebellions, but because they represented the growing desire for reform, equality, and justice, which threatened the power of the Spanish colonial authorities. Their death became a symbol of the struggle for Filipino rights and inspired future leaders like Jose Rizal. So, the main goal of Gomborza is to have equal rights for Filipino, and Gomborza was to fight for the rights of Filipino priests and for unfair treatment under the Spanish government. So, in 1896 again is the revolution. 1896, the revolution started.
So, unraveling the truth. First is the abolish of privileges of the native army as well as the arsenal workers caused major dissatisfaction. Number two, General Izquierdo implemented tough and unrestrictive rules that caused the Filipinos to turn against the Spanish authority out of disdain. Number three, instead of conducting an inquiry into what actually happened, the central government relied on reports from General Izquierdo and the friars as well as the public perception.
And revealing the truth. Number 4. The friars' happy days already ended in 1872 when the Spanish central government decided to strip them of the authority to oversee and manage schools, as well as to intervene in governmental issues, which led them to act frantically to prolong their presence and influence. So the friars' happy days ended in 1872 when the Spanish central government took away their authority to oversee and manage schools and intervene in governmental issues. In response, the friars acted frantically to prolong their presence and influence. So number 5 is in order to enable Filipino priests to seize control of the parishes in the nation and make vulnerable to the wrath of the friars, the members of the Filipino actively engaged in the secularization campaign. So, to enable Filipino priests to gain control the parishes and thus make the nation vulnerable to the friars' wrath, members of the Filipino clearly actively participated in the secularization campaign.
6. At the time, Filipinos were involved and react to what they saw as injustice. So it means during that time, Filipinos noticed unfair treatment and wrongdoings happenings around them because they started to get involved and react, speaking out, protesting, and showing that they are unhappy. 7. But not the least, the killing of Gumborsa was a mistake on the side of the Spanish authorities. Side it ended Filipino animosity and motivated Filipino patriots to demand changes and finally independence. The execution of three priests, Gumborsa, Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, was a big mistake by the Spanish authorities. Instead of scaring Filipino into obedience, it made them angry and inspired them to fight for justice, reforms, and eventually independence